I don't. I know. I hate bringing my life coach into the whole conversation, but he agrees with me. He says,
your life coach,
I don't care if you owe $100,000. While you're paying this debt off, you still have to survive.
Exactly,
So
Adam. Before we resume with the episode, I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
Anyone that refers to himself as Adam's life coach is not someone you should be taking advice from.
Yeah, and we literally had an invite. Hold on.
Go ahead.
We literally had an invite
On the Frenchcast today of a man who's been 30 years in what does he do exactly again? In corrections and in detention centers and all that.
A correctional officer, so to say.
Yeah.
30 years, and he literally said...
bestseller. He's been the bestseller in Quebec for 3 months now.
I hate life coaches because shit they spew is...
it's either stuff that is common sense and you should not be charging for, or it's complete nonsense that's going to complicate your life.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he said.
That's exactly word for word what he said. So, and we've been telling you this for what? It's been going on for 2 years now? 2 years we've been telling him, we could tell you what your life coach has been telling you. But for some reason, because he has the title life coach,
which is not a real title,
guys,
it's a made up title.
I'm not rejecting what you're saying, but hear me out.
Oh boy.
My sister, who's a very smart woman, she's an engineer. She will not tell me, Adam, you're full of shit if you're seeing this life coach. She approves, and she was even funding him. How do you explain that?
I will explain right now. Because she's at the end of her wits. She doesn't know what to do with you. She found one person who's willing to talk to you at all and give you some type of advice.
Or that you listen to.
That you listen to. So she's like, you know what? I'll put my eggs in this basket and hope to God that he straightens out. But clearly, since you're out there fellating people and being house arrested, you have not learned not learned your lesson.
Oh man!
So your sister wasted her time and money. Adam, welcome back to the show. People missed you.
Thank you. I was gonna say something like, that just shows that I must be pretty popular on the scene here.
You're very popular. Popular. You know how upset he was that I was going to the inauguration?
No, you told him.
I swear to God, do you know what he said?
What?
Why you? What makes you so special? How come I'm not invited? I shit you not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he also referred to me as the elite.
What? You said these things?
Yeah.
He loves to twist words around.
You're really?
But not in those words.
Okay, so
those are the exact words. You didn't use the word elite.
Don't you have to be a somebody in order to be invited to an event like that?
What?
And I also said, how come Trudeau doesn't invite you to an invitation like that? And you said he was a
First
fag.
of all,
regardless.
First of all, Trudeau can invite me to his house. I will never go.
Yeah.
In fact, I will pay to not go. I never want to sit with this man.
All right, guys, let me see if I can maybe enlighten you in terms of the way that I'm looking at things.
Oh,
when you have connections in high places, you're a someone, okay?
Yeah.
It's a normal thing, you know. I could give you 100 examples. Let's
that
say,
is so insulting. You of all people saying this is so insulting. You see,
I'm not a someone.
You know what? If a billionaire of a company said this, I'd be like, okay, I can understand where the billionaire is coming from. Yeah. But you saying this to him? I'm mad for him. I'm angry at you for him. How dare you?
I'm happy, but you know the word.
You're not happy.
Fuck up.
You're not happy.
Stupid.
You literally started yelling. You were not happy.
I did a poor job in expressing my emotions. I'm very happy. You don't seem to understand the meaning of the word amazed.
Bro, the fact, first of all, you said that. Keep in mind, you said, don't you have to be a somebody?
Yeah.
You said this to him, and you can't even hang a jacket on a chair, bro. And how dare you? How dare you?
Like I'm a nobody.
Well, like, yeah, you know. But the fact that he said it.
I'll tell you what. Let's have a mini debate on a subject which we were talking about just before the podcast started.
It is gay.
Do you think that most people... I won't go into too many details, but my sister and I had a conversation. She says she made a reference to a well-known expression that the Scottish use. A Scottish person has two resources that can be used to serve them.
A right and
their
left
right
testicle.
arm and a left arm. And that essentially means you have to help yourself in life. Now, the subject of debate, which I'd be curious to have, do you think that most people, they just rely on themselves, they don't give a shit about Donald Trump or any other, high level.
You realize that you haven't asked a question. Even hold on, stop.
Give me a chance.
No, I won't give you a chance because you're fucking wasting everyone's time. You're trying, so people who are listening that don't know you yet, you're trying to get us to answer this convoluted question about yourself. Look, Adam.
Yeah.
Yes, you fucked up in life. Yes, you have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. You have to stop blaming people.
You don't need people to tell you, hey, Adam, you need to stop blaming people. Stop blaming other people for your problems.
That's not where I was going. I wanted to hear a consensus among the three people in the room that most people only rely on themselves, or do they have other people? For example, if you know someone...
Hey, if you have someone to rely on, you'll rely on them. If not, you got to pick it. It starts with you, though. Yeah. Like, look at you. You refuse to rely on yourself, only on other people, which is why your sister, your mother, your father, no one could take care of you because they take care of you as much as they can. And then when it comes to simple stuff that you should be able to take care of yourself, you're like, nah, wipe my ass.
Have you heard the saying, it's not really a saying, but if somebody doesn't want to help themselves, you can't help them?
Yeah, you can only help someone who can help.
You can lead a horse to
water.
You can't make him drink.
Yes.
The other expression is if you teach a man to fish, it's way better than giving him a fish.
Yeah.
Either way, though, he's going to have sex with those fish.
Okay.
Especially the carps.
Try your best to work with my reasoning, please, okay?
Oh, boy.
There are people... I don't even care to go into examples. It's common sense.
Pause. Speaking of fish, having sex with fish. By the way, I saw a video that freaked me the fuck out.
Okay, I sent to the wrong person. I'm sorry.
Dolphins really are the ditties of the ocean.
Oh, they're rapists.
Dude, I saw a dolphin literally kill a fish and then proceed to fuck its corpse from the mouth.
That's disgusting. Where is that located so I could avoid it?
It was at an aquarium. And basically,
where's this aquarium?
Yeah, tell us.
How much are tickets?
The dolphin literally shoved the fish in the corner, and then it literally broke its jaw. It was a small fish, broke the fish's jaw just to fuck it. And I saw this, I was like, damn.
Adam, we've all been there, right?
You say so?
Well, fuck, what's that small fish called? Tell me name is a small
goldfish.
Fish. No.
Salmon.
That we eat.
Trout.
No. The small sardines.
Ew.
When my grandmother was making sardines, it always got awkward at the dinner table with me.
You would ejaculate.
No, I'd fuck him. It's a small dick joke that I ruined.
Yeah.
Because had I not forgotten the name of the fish, it would have been funnier.
Maybe it would have. Yeah.
It would have been slightly funnier.
Would have flowed better.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam, you're telling us how useless you are. Carry on.
Okay. I'm hoping so as to unconfuse the listeners. You have option A, which is you rely on yourself, and option B, you have help.
You rely on others. Just call it what it is.
If you happen to be friends with someone who's never mind a billionaire, a millionaire, you can't go to that guy and say, lend me, let's say $20,000, and I give it.
No.
It depends.
It
depends on how long you've known the guy.
Listen to me, you weasel. What does it matter how long you know him? Why did he work and make that money? Yeah. Why can't you just work?
What does that have to do?
If you need it, your friend will help you if it's help. Like, listen, bro, I have to go for surgery. I'm sick. My dog's sick. That's a different story, you ask. But if you're just like, I don't want to work, give me money. Why is that normal to you?
What gives you the right? Hold on. No. Stop speaking.
What gives you the right to his earnings?
You're spewing nonsense. What gives you the right to walk up to that person and ask him for $20,000 just because he can afford it?
I was about to say, okay, that's a high number. First of all, 10,000.
Well, what does the number have to do with it? What gives you the right?
You guys are not letting me talk. You guys are not letting me
talk. Yes, we are.
No.
You're saying stupid shit.
If that $10,000 is not returned, I've known you half my life. Have a nice life. I don't ever want to. It kind of goes, it's understood that money will be returned.
No, it's not. You still haven't returned the money you owe right now for years.
Yeah.
It's not understood. And also, but that's not his question. Yeah. He never, you see what I mean? You don't listen. He said, what makes you entitled to that money?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Just because you can afford it?
Do you agree with
You're the same type of scumbag. Hold on.
Via the friendship.
Why don't you
why don't you make that money yourself?
What he's asking is, what gives you the right to that money?
Okay. Fine. Maybe my answer's a bogus one, but I'm being honest.
Yeah.
There's a thing called being courteous to people. You're my friend. I've helped you. Maybe you've helped that guy in other ways.
Okay. So let's do this. So I'm your friend, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm your friend, how about you help me by not taking my money?
Okay, so you know what I've discovered? I've discovered your personal opinion on that.
It's not a personal opinion.
It's not a personal opinion.
It's not a personal opinion. That guy, the hypothetical friend that you're talking about, worked for that money. When you wanted to fellate and jerk off and talk to Pakistani men, he instead worked. So he saved up some money. Because you made shitty decisions, why do you now have the right to the money that he worked hard to create? When he could have also been jerking off to Pakistani men, he instead went to work. What gives you the right to take his hard-earned earnings? That's all I'm asking.
Let me make this simpler for you, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say between me and you.
Yes.
You and I.
You and I.
Let's say tomorrow, this is a hypothetical, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but let's say tomorrow I get an acting gig and it pays me $10 million, let's say.
Fine.
After taxes, after fees, after everything. $10 million in my pocket.
20 before tax. Just teasing you. Go on.
So cute. That was a cute tease. I liked it.
It
He
was,
smiled.
but
he giggled. I
the
loved it.
timing
So you
of
have
it was
$10
wrong.
million in your pocket.
Okay.
Or in your bank, whatever.
Now, I worked for this money. I got this gig or whatever. What gives you the right?
Your point is valid.
But answer the question.
It's at
What
the discretion of the person who's being
No,
asked.
no, it's not. No,
It's not the question he's
Shut
asking.
The fuck. What gives you
You're
the right to
jumping a
even
step.
Yeah, what gives you the right to even ask that question?
No. What gives you the right to think that you're entitled to it?
That-
You're like,
that
he's my
too.
friend, so that belongs to
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Let me give you some cases closer to home that are real, okay? I remember my father has I don't know if he's still alive, but my father had a friend who's Czech. He told me the story that, actually two people now that I think about that I know. He borrowed $2,000 from that friend. $2,000. And I remember the story was telling me, please pay me back fast or I'm going to be in trouble. And he gave him the money back. So
What does that have to do with that? Doesn't answer the question. That's a weird anecdote. That has nothing to do with what we're talking
do you
about.
think the guy was thinking? You're obviously my friend. We're from the same country. You're a trustworthy person.
Again, you didn't answer.
You're
my
not
question.
answering the
Does the word
question.
deriving-
No. You're not answering the question. You keep deviating like a shitty politician in a third world country.
Yeah.
What the problem that we have with
Yes,
you,
Czechoslovakian.
the problem that we have with you is that you're not understanding. You are speaking, and you said that there's some type of entitlement that he has to give you some money because he's your friend. What we're trying to tell you is that is not the case. You can ask all you want,
Okay.
but you
I
feeling
know,
entitled
I
to
know.
it is insane because it's not you. He worked for it.
Yeah.
How about this? You and
Why
I are
do
at
you feel
different
why do
levels.
you feel entitled?
Okay,
Why
you
do you
and I
feel
are
entitled?
at different levels.
No, we're
I'm
not.
talking about
we're
the
not.
idea. Is it a crazy notion from the person who needs the money? We haven't talked about what the money's for.
It's not a crazy notion as much for you to ask. It's a crazy notion for you to assume that he has to give it to you and that you're
I'm
entitled
not
to
assuming
it.
anything.
Yes, you are. That's how this
Let's
conversation
break
started.
this down in grade 5 math. Okay, let's say I went fishing. I caught 100 fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
You went fishing, but instead you were talking to a Pakistani man on your phone instead of fishing.
No.
So you caught no fish.
Yeah, or you went with the intention of fishing, but instead what you did was, I don't know, you jerked off looking at the leaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
By
say,
the time you're ready to fish, it was already the day's
and then
already
let's say it's 5 p.m. I've
Yeah.
caught 100 fish. Okay.
And I'm just starting to fish.
And I walk by you, and you're like, "Fuck, I haven't caught any fish."
How many fish does Poseidon owe you?
No, I
No. Let's say you see me with my 100 fish, and you realize, "Fuck, I've been jerking off looking at leaves all day."
all right. Okay.
Now you want to ask me for 2 fish. Now, what gives you regardless of whether I want to give them to you or not, what gives you the right to
right.
ask me for
Let me give
for
you a
2
very
fish?
simple answer. You win, okay? But I'm not taking it to 5 different levels. I'm just saying.
But there's no multiple levels.
It's very direct.
It's very direct. What? Answer the question. What?
Fine, nothing.
Thank you.
Well, wait. I have a mini answer. The fact that you know somebody and then you trust them and that you're not going to fuck them over. They'll get their money back as a courtesy.
You're not
me ask
answering the question. You're jumping ahead to why people shouldn't trust you, which brings us to the next point. People obviously don't trust you. That's why that's your instinct to always go, you can trust me, which is someone that you can't trust. If someone says, you can trust me as much as you do, obviously you can't trust them. You're not trustworthy. We know this. You're filleted in a parking lot.
For $40.
Which is fine, because we're not talking about you, Adam. We're talking about the proverbial you as the person.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let me see if maybe this might make more sense. From the experience, from the personal experiences that you know, you can envision something like that happening, right?
No, you haven't even asked the proper question.
Do most people think it would be appropriate? Never mind the answer, just the action and the principle.
Why ask me a question if you don't want the answer?
Do most people think it's appropriate to go down that path? Your bank refuses you.
By the way, people...
You need $10,000.
Yes,
I suppose I might go a step further and say,
people-
what do you need it for?
Yeah, but you could ask your friend for money. That's not a problem. People ask me for money. People ask him for money. I ask you for money. It doesn't matter.
Right.
The thing is, the problem we have with you is the entitlement of
Oh.
you have to give it to me because you have. Well, no, I have. I don't have to give it to
In
you.
my mind, it's highly likely, and in your mind, it's probably you have to go a few steps deeper and figure out.
It's
It
not
might
whether
or
it's
might.
likely or it's not likely. What I'm trying to tell you
There's
is,
the chance I murder him.
you're not entitled to it. It's not yours.
Right. Okay. I get it.
It's your friend who worked for it, and if he chooses to give you all his money, $1 from his money, $1 million from it, that's his discretion. It's not yours. It's not just because you're his friend does not mean that you're entitled to his earnings. That's what we're trying to tell you.
All right. I get your point.
I hope so.
People like Adam are the reason why tax havens exist.
Yeah.
By the way, just so
You're
you
acting
know.
like the government.
Seriously, despicable behavior.
All right, you know what?
Despicable
I was
thought
gonna tell you something
process.
when you finish. I'm not going to cut you off.
It's absolutely the fact that you even think like this is preposterous.
It is a little preposterous.
It's more than a little. This is insane thought process that. Oh, hi, my name is Adam. Oh, you're a millionaire. Hey, what if you lent me $20,000 for what?
I'm not talking
for no
about
reason.
strangers. I would obviously have to come up with a.
But you are talking about strangers because you asked me
death
to
in the
ask Joe
family,
Rogan
a
for 40
trip.
grand last time.
Yeah, you don't
know Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I just
what
wanted
was
your
it, 30,
opinion.
40?
I never went actually. No, it was more like 10.
No, this is what you told me. You said you've been on Joe Rogan's podcast. You know Joe Rogan? I said, yeah, I know he is. Like, can you ask him for 40 grand for me? Tell him that I'm good for it.
No, it was 40. I think
That's what you asked for.
I thought it was.
And then when
10.
I said that's insane, you started saying, well, no, it's not that big a deal. I saw how
remember
much
this.
money he makes. I saw how much money he makes. Like, so
Yeah.
because he makes a lot of money, he should give you 40 grand. It's so crazy.
And even argued he just made $100 million. What's
Yes.
40 grand to him?
Yes, that's exactly the words you
I
used.
remember. And we were sitting at those two chairs
Yep.
in the lobby. I
Yes, we
remember
were.
seeing this, and I was listening to
Yep.
this. And for a while, I pretended to not listen to the conversation because it enraged me so much.
It is crazy, dude.
Okay, let me see what the moral of the story is. The moral of the story is you should be ashamed of yourself for thinking that way. Never mind the
Yes.
action, but you should. Okay. Well,
Yes, yeah, 100%.
You should be ashamed of yourself, not for wanting to ask your friend for something. You should be ashamed for feeling like you're entitled to someone else's labor.
Okay. Let's see if I can reverse the equation. I have had people ask me for money and I've come through and they're total jackasses and they're not my friends anymore because they didn't pay me back.
Yeah, there you go. So you see.
Oh,
There you go. So now you're on our side.
But you're
Thank
forgetting.
you.
Okay, it may or may not impact your decision.
There you go. You learned
But
here.
most
You
people
played
that are
yourself.
You played
honorable-
yourself.
Most
You
people
played
that
yourself.
are honorable will pay the money back.
No, because are you honorable?
I
That's
believe
not-
so.
Okay.
So
are
why
you?
haven't
No,
you
no.
paid
Hold
the
on.
banks
Yes or
back?
no? Yes or no?
Okay, let me answer this way. If you're talking about my
Hold on,
credit
he
cards,
asked you- he
I asked you a
have
question.
paid
He asked you a
them.
question.
Are you
Oh.
honorable?
I would say yes, and I gave you my justification.
No.
What? No.
Are you
Stop,
honorable?
stop.
That's all I'm
Yes.
asking.
That's
If you're
what I-
okay, you're honorable,
okay, you're
right?
honorable.
And
Okay.
then the next thing, Poseidon said, "What about your credit cards?" And I
No,
just,
not just your credit cards. You owe about 23 grand. We discussed, right? All
am
that
I
money.
paying
now-
it back? Of course.
No, you're paying it back at a snail's pace. You're paying just the interest off, almost basically. Well, and the problem,
quite,
I know, but the
but-
problem that I'm trying to tell you with that is that even though you are a man, like you said, noble,
Yeah.
right? You who are of noble ilk aren't paying back your debts. Imagine someone who's not noble.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that's
And
why,
I will say
that's why you
something. I
guys
will
are
say
thinking
something now.
people-
I
Go
will
ahead.
say something right
Go
now.
ahead.
You're non-noble. And you know
You are
you're
not
not.
noble, obviously.
and
You got caught fellation a
Yeah.
woman in a parking lot and you had to do house arrest.
And
You're
I
not
would
noble.
say,
It's fine.
I'm going to psychoanalyze you the fuck out of you right now. You know you're not noble. And the reason why you get these thoughts is because you know you're not noble and you know you can't make that money that somebody else makes. You don't, deep down inside, you don't believe in yourself. And not just that, you're also aware of the work it takes to make that kind of money and you don't want to. That's why you think, like, what if I ask this millionaire for 30 grand?
Instead of trying to make
Instead
30
of trying
grand.
to make 30 grand. And that's how lowly you think of yourself. And I'm not saying this to put you down.
I think you should believe in yourself more.
more. Because first of all, 30 grand, if you believe you can't make 30 grand, oh,
I don't believe I could make 30 grand. I'm with you.
I
Adam.
got some bad news for you, bud. You know what I mean?
Let me see if I can correct your context.
Yes.
Save 30 grand or make 30 grand.
Well,
30
in order to
grand
save it,
is
you gotta
Canadian
make it.
salary.
Exactly. Let's start with making, asshole. Okay? Not
I was
saving.
going to say yes to making, but no to saving.
That's fine.
You know?
Yeah, that's fine. The economy is a bit rough right now. I
Yeah.
get it. But if you think you can't make 30 grand, that you gotta ask 30 grand from someone, and like the fact that you shoot so low for millionaire, like with someone with $100 million, like I would have more respect for you
Adam,
if you asked them for half.
How hard is it to make 30 grand? It's pretty hard, right?
You know what?
Is it pretty
Can
hard?
I please give you like a series of sub answers?
Sure.
If you're Prime Minister
Suboptimal
Trudeau, you have easily. If you're a guy who fucking works a
Adam,
minimum job,
But that's what I'm saying. How hard is it to make? Is it hard to make 30 grand? As far as I'm concerned, it's very hard to make 30 grand. That's how I see it. To me, it's hard to make 30 grand. I have to work. I have to work my ass off to make 30
more hard
grand.
than easy.
That's not a fucking answer, retard. Is it hard or not?
Okay, there's very hard, somewhat hard,
pause,
a little
pause.
hard.
There was so much passion behind that retard. There was so much
Is it
fire.
hard? To me, I don't have the type of where it's easy. Like I just blink and I make money. It's very hard. I have to work very hard for the money that I make. I work a lot. Okay, so 30 grand to me is hard. So if it's so hard, what I'm saying is why do I have to work so hard to make 30 grand to then give it to you who doesn't want to work? That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm trying to.
Well,
and what gives you the right to get that money?
Okay.
Hold on. What gives you the right to make that money and not work for it?
all right. May I give you an answer that might make some sense?
Sure,
here?
I hope so.
Unfortunately, I was actually speaking to a guy about this. I'll make the link. I was speaking to a guy the other day. He says, I don't trust people anymore. There are people that are backstabbers. There are shallow people, whatever. People that lack
He's
integrity.
correct.
Unfortunately, I've been a lot more in the company of those types of people who have screwed me. I wouldn't be having this conversation
I wonder why.
if I had,
So
if
why
I had
why
made
have you
certain
been
mistakes.
how come you've been in so much company of assholes that screw you over? How come? Why do you think that is that you've attracted that into your life?
Listen, let me put it to you this way. If you want to be on the show for the next 10 hours, I'll go into it. But it's a long answer, okay?
I have a short answer.
Go ahead, Poseidon.
It's because you are that kind of piece of shit.
A bit of a weasel. You know you are. You're a
But
Weasley
why not
Wendy.
just hold on. You know where evolution to become your better self starts? By
ahead.
admission of your faults and who you are. That's how you start by fixing
Let me
them. You
please give
understand?
you a very elegant answer towards that, okay?
Yes.
If you and I had this conversation and we could shift back to the year 2021, 2020, then I'll say you definitely win, okay? Now, I've made the necessary steps that it's a bit of a, now I find it easier to challenge you when you say something like that, okay?
Yeah, but
The people the shit that my life entailed 3 years ago is much different than the shit my life.
No, you're still hanging around the same bars. You're just a little
yeah, and you
more.
do think the same.
Well,
You say the
I
same
have
stuff.
to, I have no choice but to tell you I agree or disagree because I'm telling you I don't.
But do you not hang out at the same bars?
No. You even spoke about that at that bar. We know which one it is, near where you work.
What
you
bar?
Wouldn't say, I don't want to say it because you said it. It's near where you work, okay?
You don't want to say it because you go there.
I did. And you knew that bar.
So now you go to other bars.
Well,
You kind of worked yourself into a corner there, buddy.
Let me explain. You can't make a blanket statement that says going to a bar is a red flag. You can make
No.
You can
You going to a bar is a red flag.
You can make a blanket statement that says, as you said yourself, there are shady people. It's close to the airport. I'm not going to repeat because I want to respect your privacy. But you told me there's a bar you know because you live near there. Oh yeah. Oh my God, you went to that bar. Okay. Those red flags are ones that I've taken into consideration. You don't go to that one. You can't make a blanket statement that says you go to a bar and you're in trouble. You're gonna have some seedy people. Depends on where.
First of all, bars. No matter what bar, it could be one of the nicest bars in town. It's always going to
Places on
attract.
Crescent, for
Shut
example.
the fuck up! It's always going to attract seedy people because that's what bars do. That's why bars came into existence in the first place. Okay,
No
It's just
offense,
that,
but I don't
shut
fully agree
up.
with
That's
you.
because you're a fucking idiot.
Go to Thursdays. Go to a classy bar like Thursdays.
One of the seediest bars. This is why bars exist.
Yeah.
Do you not understand?
Bars are there to get
just
drunk, buy drugs, or fucking suck.
Yeah, it's just that there's different levels of seedy.
Yeah.
You're low level seedy, so you ended up going to low level seedy bars.
The man's got a point.
Now you go to higher level seedy bars, but these higher level seedy people in these higher level seedy bars don't want to interact with you because they comprehend that you're from the lower level seedy.
You are a low level
I don't
city.
know what else to say
understand?
other than I don't agree. You know.
Adam, what do you think bars are for? What do you think happens at bars?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to think about this. Okay. Now, they are. Remember, there's bars and there's resto bars. The last time I checked,
Okay, we're
resto
talking
bar
about
is
bars.
still a bar.
We're not talking about restaurants. We're not talking about fucking a Chuck E. Cheese.
Have you forgotten that bar is still in the name? Resto
Stop.
bar.
Stop. Listen, you're not going to play this game with me because I'm not a retarded 9-year-old. Bars. Stick to the topic at hand. Bars.
Okay.
No,
the
look at
ones
me,
that
look at me,
don't
look at me,
serve
look at me,
food,
look at me, look at me.
fine.
Not a bar of gold. No, not a chocolate
jail
bar.
bar that you're
Not a
sentenced to.
chocolate bar. Not a resto bar. A fucking bar, okay?
Fine. On that point, you have a point.
Go fuck yourself. You're so hateable.
Why can you not admit? Because you want to. Do you really want to be a better person and do better for yourself? Answer my. Answer the question.
I do, but I have evidence that refutes what you're saying, but you don't want to hear it. Guido
you
owned
have
a
no
fucking
evidence.
restaurant.
Yes, exactly.
You know, what do you want me to say?
What does that have to do with anything?
So-
Hold on.
Okay,
hold
I'll
on.
explain.
Stop talking for 1 second. We literally just talked about bars, and you're like, well, I have a point. Guido owned a restaurant. What does that have to do? That's like
Okay,
saying
it's not a-
you don't like the cold. My buddy owns shoes. What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, forget I said it.
So you want to do better for yourself and be a better person, right?
Okay. Let me see if I can.
Do you want to? Yes or no?
not
Do you
be
want
accused
to?
of
Do you
spewing-
want to? Do you, we're not
I
accusing you of
do,
anything.
but I find you're going too far. Okay.
No, we're not.
There are bars where people go to watch music, bands. You know,
Yes.
you're going to tell me a bar equals CD people.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't make
Yes.
a blanket statement.
Yes.
Unless it's a really
Because that's
bad-
why. Well, that's why bars existed in the first place.
Yeah. The music is just an excuse to get people
There
that
are
aren't normally
some
there.
bars that are owned by bikers. Stay the hell away. Fine, but no blanket statement.
But every bar
There's
is like
2,000
this.
of them.
So let me tell you something, bro. When you go to a bar, trust me, the intention is you got to drink some alcohol. If you're there with no intention to drink alcohol,
I usually
they
do
have no
ginger
use
ale.
for you. Yeah. And they're very upset that you're doing that. For real. You're being creepy at the bar. They're not making money off you. You're the worst customer.
Look,
Fine. Let me ask you your reasoning.
answer my question.
Go
Do you
ahead.
want to be a better person? Yes or no?
Have we left the subject of bars or not?
No. Do you want to be a better person? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, becoming a better person starts with admitting you haven't been a good person.
And this is coming from a worse person.
Yeah, this is coming from a piece of shit, by the way.
Why you say that about yourself? I don't know. I have a lot of respect for
because it's the truth.
Well-
Because I've done some bad things in life. I've done some good things. But
And
that's
those
called-
kids are never going to recover.
But that's called being a human being. By the way,
Bing.
you're not gonna be perfect. But where you fuck up, I'm gonna use my father as an example.
you.
And
Right ahead.
I don't want to use my father as an example anymore, but it's the closest example I have to myself. He said some stuff recently where he tries to basically rewrite history. Okay?
Yeah.
And it pains me to see this because he will never grow out of.
And he's specifically writing black people out of historical events.
No. He will never grow out of certain events that happen in his life and my life and
The Holocaust.
and all of our lives, my
And
family's lives.
you wanted
understand?
him to, but he wouldn't.
I want to see him do better for himself. I want to see him become that better person, but he cannot, out of embarrassment, say the truth to himself.
And there's a commonality between him and me, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot say the truth to yourself. You cannot say. You have a hard time saying, "I've been a piece of shit."
All right.
You understand?
Is there such a thing in life by saying you're right and you're wrong? Can I please use
No,
those
you
words?
cannot be right and wrong at the
I
same time.
spoke to my sister literally 10 days ago.
Okay.
Okay. Our conversation lasted 49 minutes. And you know what her very words were? Very words. If you expect me to congratulate you and say, good for you, Adam, knowing that you need to accomplish 4 steps and you've accomplished 1, you're not going to get it. But she clearly conceded that I made steps 1. She gave me credit for having accomplished step 1.
Yeah.
That's why I'm challenging
But I
you.
never said no. No, you're challenging me on something that I never challenged you.
Yeah, you're just making
I'm
stuff up.
challenging the idea that you fucked up and you gotta man up. And I just gave you a quarter of the fact that I manned
But
up.
you never manned up.
You never manned up. You literally just said, instead of manning up, I'm going to make you guys look at the quarter that I did. You told me to make my bed.
Yeah.
Well, I put the pillow on there. And you're like, Adam, you didn't make the bed. Yeah, but there's a pillow on there. How come no one's giving me credit for the pillow? Because you were supposed to make the fucking bed. You putting a pillow on the bed hasn't made the bed.
And it's fine that you don't make the bed. It's fine.
At
that
least say I did not make the bed.
yes, at least because.
But you're not saying that.
That at least is commendable.
You're saying, but I put a pillow on the bed.
Which
you
is
know how
more-
annoying that is?
Which is more infuriating.
Okay. I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say. When someone asks you to say, give me credit for putting that pillow on the bed, you find that a little enraging, right?
Yes, it's fucking retarded.
Let me ask you.
You're asking for credit for something you didn't fucking do properly.
If you worked at Amazon warehouse and your task was to select the item,
Yes.
put it in the box, close the box, put the correct shipping label on it, and expedite the parcel, right?
That's
5
right.
tasks.
Okay.
Five
Okay.
tasks, baby.
Oh, I know what you're gonna. You've done one. And you've done one, right?
You. If you just grab the item from the conveyor belt, threw it in the box, and stop there,
Okay.
How would you? How? I didn't win. It's the truth.
Fine,
There's no winning. I'm not setting out to win, Adam.
Fine.
I'm setting out to teach you a lesson in life.
Right.
If you did that, if you grabbed the item, put it in the box, and you did just that, you didn't do the rest of the job process, what would your boss do?
Okay, fine. I won't answer because I'm going to embarrass myself.
But you're not going to embarrass yourself if you admit it. If you admit the truth. Now, if you told your boss that, oh, what? I didn't close the box and expedite it and put the parcel on. Wow, but look, I took the item from the conveyor belt and threw it in the box.
Okay.
You're not gonna give me credit. If I was your boss, I would grab you, cut you up into fucking pieces, and put you on the fucking conveyor belt.
There's a little detail you're not catching. That task takes what? Half 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. That task on that one
30
box takes
seconds.
10. Thank you. Me getting my life together doesn't take 30 seconds. It takes a year.
Yes, but it's not. It's gonna take forever if you don't do the right thing. You just make one step and go, I'm done. I took one step. My life is better. I'm never gonna make another step.
Big one.
It's not a big one. It's not a big one. You've done nothing.
It's all
You've done
baby
fucking
steps.
nothing.
It's all baby steps.
Okay.
This is you're like this.
Then let's man.
Hold on. This is. Look, I live in a boiler room with a weirdo. I'm under house arrest. I'm fellating. I'm talking to Pakistanis online, pretending they're women. I'm going to bars. I'm gambling. And they're like, I'm taking the baby step. What's that? Did you move out? Did you stop gambling? No. What I did is, I'm not under house arrest anymore, which is not your choice. It's just your house arrest run out. Okay.
Government's choice.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm being a bit more cautious to the Pakistanis I speak to. I speak to one Pakistani instead of 3. That is not a step in the right direction. You're doing the same fucking shit, Adam.
Can I just introduce one little
And also,
detail?
you know what you're doing? If you-
my
Yes.
sister said, very important word called respect. My sister says, Adam, if you want my respect, you've gotten a little bit, but you have a long way to go to get it. How about this? Am I going this way or this way? I'm going a little bit higher. Okay, so fine. If you want me to use your 10% pillow, fine.
And do you want to continue to get higher?
Yes, I do.
So part of getting higher is admitting to yourself and to everyone around you that you've been a fucking asshole idiot.
Cocksucker.
Actually, believe it. It's up to you if you want to believe me. These were the very words, and I didn't use them, but I wanted to. I said, if I were to look in the mirror and look at the person I was 3 years ago, I was the sorriest excuse for a person. I was going to say it, but we talked about many things. Would that be an appropriate thing to say? 3 years ago, I was a sorry-ass excuse for a person. I promise you. I wanted to tell her, but do you not equate that to kind of saying, well, I did some things not right?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. I honestly have no idea what you're trying to say.
Let me see if I can make a link between what Poseidon said a few seconds ago and the idea that he might actually concede, oh yeah, I see what you mean. If the ingredients entailing me manning up and saying, I'm an asshole and I fucked up a whole bunch of things, I was ready to tell my sister, never mind the fact that I didn't, this was on my mind for the duration of the conversation. If I were to look at myself 3 years ago, I was a sorry ass excuse of a person. That kind of, what you're saying, what I'm saying is not exactly the same, but there's a commonality, right?
You're like the anti-Buddha. You're like the opposite of enlightenment.
You're the Gouda.
Yeah. You're the Gouda cheese.
Anyways, guys, I think we can move on to the next subject. I get your point. Can
what
I
we're trying to
please?
say, what we're trying to say, because it's lasted how long now?
10 minutes?
More than 10 minutes. Someone called me. Let me just see if it was important. Oh, 911.
What?
Oh.
The cops called you?
No, our friend. 911, he goes, it's very urgent.
Which friend?
Our friend in common.
Bro, you know how many friends we have in common, bro?
The bald one. Check your phone. Did he try calling you also?
No one called me, no. Wait, the bald friend?
Yeah.
Pascal Cameron?
No. English. Works at a bar.
Really?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, it's not. He would have called me if something else happened, yeah.
Maybe it's about my brother?
No, I doubt it. Yeah, should we call him?
Yeah, he literally wrote 911.
You want me to call him right now?
No, I'm going to call him.
I was talking to him earlier, yeah.
Yo, you have me worried. I'm doing a podcast. Oh, bro, come on.
Okay, hang up on him, bro. I hope the Palestinians win. Hang up on him, bro. Fuck that.
Tell me fast. Where?
Bro, no, tell him,
We'll
tell
talk-
him,
we'll talk later,
tell
we'll
him
talk
to
later.
talk to me if he can do
Talk
it.
to Pantelis. Okay, ciao.
Fucking guy, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. It's these fucking.
Bro, I thought someone got hurt.
Bro, that honestly, and then you're
And
like, you know
what's
what?
funny?
Maybe the man with the tiny mustache had a point.
You know what's funny? I brought this upon by saying how long have we been on the subject. You wouldn't even have known if you hadn't checked your phone.
Because the way he wrote 911. So I thought maybe my brother got hurt, told his friend, and then that friend told that friend.
Yeah, no, someone would have called me.
You know what I mean? And well, no, because you don't know my brother personally. So I thought it was something like that. I was like, fuck, maybe my brother didn't want to tell me. You know what I mean? So I got nervous, bro. My heart sank to my stomach. Anyways, sick to my stomachs, fam. Anyways, sorry. Coming back to you, Adam. So
Go ahead. I'm listening 100%.
So-
yeah.
okay, you said this. Like, okay, I'll admit it. I haven't been the best person, but also it's with actions. So I'll explain to you. When you sit here and argue for 30 minutes that you aren't a piece of shit, and you make all these convoluted excuses and sentences about how you aren't and how much you're such a great person, blah, that action is proof that you haven't learned your lesson. You understand? That you haven't admitted it to yourself. It's because you're afraid. You know what you're afraid? You're afraid of the world viewing you a certain way. But you don't understand. You don't understand. You haven't understood yet. You haven't grasped the concept. Not a concept, but you haven't grasped that you cannot control perceptions. You understand?
I never thought of it that way, but okay.
Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to control people's perception in case it ruins opportunities or whatever. I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Okay, but the
It can't be done.
You can't.
Not in my case anyway. Other people can, but not me.
You can't. No,
Right.
but you can't control other people's perception. Some people might look at you and be like, you know what? I think I like the way he expresses himself. Or he tries to get out of a situation or whatever. Rare. I wouldn't trust those people. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Can I say something very important? I think I understand. It is not a question of you wanting to talk to me or not wanting to talk to me in a condescending way. You're giving me an accurate, a rational person's view, an analysis of who I am. And it differs from my perception of myself, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. Fine, no problem. All right.
Perception, think of perception like a bunch of black guys at a Waffle House that got into a fight. You can't control them. Right now, he gets
anyway,
easy.
I'm gonna
Just needs the right
I'm gonna
analogy.
take what Poseidon said and take it a step further. We shouldn't be kind of this podcast should not be dominated by what perception I can and can't control. I think we should move on to the next subject, guys.
Yes, Adam, have you used the sex toy that we gave you?
Oh man.
I'm tired of asking him this.
Please use it so you can calm down a bit.
Can you get in touch with me maybe the day before and say, you got to. I don't.
What?
Adam,
What?
you
What?
need my
I
help
may
to
not
jerk off.
understand
Shut the
this,
fuck up.
but
Shut the
I'm
fuck
not
up. Shut the
very
fuck up. I'm not gonna
organized.
call you. I'm not gonna call you on the phone. Adam, I'm not gonna call you on the fucking phone the day before and be like, hey, did you use that sex toy we gave you? That's so fucking
You can make
gay.
a code.
Adam,
There's
Adam.
something you need to do for
Adam,
next time.
put the sex toy on the phone.
But we've asked you for 6 weeks in a row now. Have you used it? You can deduce on your own that, you know what, the guys want me to try it out to speak about the experience.
They'll be very disappointed if it turns out I didn't.
Like, you're being Weasley again.
You are a bit of a weasel. You're the Wile E. Coyote of podcasts.
You know what, Pantelis? Let's see if maybe I can read between the lines regarding what you
All
said.
right.
Or if only you could
I
read.
seem to be the type of person, so I've been taken advantage of. Now I like kind of change the situation around, at least according to the way that I'm perceiving it. Right?
No, wrong. What I've been trying to say is the reason you've been taken advantage of is because you've set out to take advantage of people.
You're switching the equation
I'm
around.
not switching the equation around.
I set out to take advantage of somebody, so they ended up taking advantage of me? Is that...
Yeah. Adam,
You were bamboozled.
not having a taxi license and showing up at bars, giving people lifts for money
I had an Uber license.
That's not a
I
license.
know what you're going to say. You don't give a shit, right?
And you weren't Ubering. You went, you spoke to guys, and you said, hey, it's getting late there. Do you need a ride? That was your exact line. That's not what an Uber does. You're just some dude picking up dudes.
Okay, so I was only half, what's the word? Legit.
You weren't. You were too legit to quit is the problem.
All right. But
You're the type of person that wants to live by the sword, but not die by the sword.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, well
that's what
put,
it
yeah.
is. That's what it is. I I hit the nail on the head. You're the type of person that wants to live by the sword. You want to swing your fucking sword around, cut people, this, that.
Grab other dudes' swords, put it in and around your mouth.
You don't want to die by the sword. That's why people have a hard time respecting you.
Maybe, please,
if you live
before you give me any commentary, I got something really important. Maybe my perception, as you said it earlier on, is different from other people's.
Maybe.
I know Poseidon has said this many times. Don't come with the sympathy card. The reason that I disagree with that is you guys have no idea how many people have mentally tortured me.
Yeah,
including a certain person that's out of my life. Yes, you're right. I have no instincts and you do. But at the end of the day,
ask yourself how many people you've mentally tortured.
It's been a lot, dude.
The ratio of them torturing me to me torturing them is much higher, okay?
No. Think of the mental torture you've probably subdued your family.
Well, so you know what? We're revisiting my sister.
Doesn't make any sense.
This is my sister all over
you know what I mean.
When you used to work with De Niro, and you told him, you told him to go to the porno theater, you ruined his life. Remember when you were an illegitimate cab driver in New York City? I remember.
That's so funny. It does look like him, but more well shaved.
Adam, what's going on with the razor blade situation? You're still fucked up.
What kind of razor blade do you use?
I bought a new razor.
Can you pick your head up just so we can see your neck? Yeah,
a little better. It takes a long time. It takes like half an hour, and it's not the strongest one.
It should not take a half hour.
Oh my god!
It's a very weak. I don't know. Well, it cost me $30 now.
I have a question.
How do you do it though? Do you just do it cold?
I don't use a stick anymore. I use the machine. I bought the machine for $30.
The machine takes half an hour.
I swear to you, yes.
Does it pull on your hairs? Is that why? Does it hurt?
I think it's just not as strong enough.
Turn left. Look to your right. I mean, yeah, you miss spots like crazy.
I know. It doesn't. Listen, I think the logic is when you buy a low quality razor, it. What? By the way, what's the difference between a razor that's a stick and a razor that's a machine? Is there a different term?
What?
Razoring.
Yeah, one is a razor blade and the other is an electric shaver.
Oh, electric. Excuse me. When you buy an electric shaver that costs only $30, I have a feeling it stands to reason it's not going to perform.
Why don't you just get a regular razor blade and fucking chop it off?
Yeah, why don't you get those? What are they called? Amio Venus.
I was doing that and I didn't like it.
Why?
I like machines. What can I say?
Did you use shaving cream?
Of course.
You used shaving cream and you didn't like it. Why didn't you like it?
He would do it with cold water.
The machine does the job faster, or the machine job is
clearly not. Clearly not.
In a more comfortable environment, setting.
So how do you trim your facial hair? You sit on the bed and trim your hair?
I do it in the bathroom.
Okay. How is that any more or less comfortable?
You know how you use the word perception? My perception is I like it more when I use an electric razor.
But it doesn't even work.
It's not strong. Listen, I'm not a technician. I don't know why it is, but
I'm not a technician.
I don't know. I can't explain to you why it doesn't do the job well. I can't explain it to you. But
how did you get this far without falling in an open manhole? I don't understand. It's baffling.
Did your father teach you how to shave?
His testicles?
I don't think so.
So when you grab the razor, okay, how do you do it? Can you show everyone how you do it?
Actually, I think my cousin may have. My father's.
Okay, but can you show everyone how you do it? Let's say you take the manual razors, right? Those.
No.
First of all, from here until your chin line, you're supposed to go down, not like this. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to go not against the grain. You're supposed to go with the grain. Right. Of your thing, otherwise,
or susma grains.
Yeah. So you're supposed to shave downwards, and you're supposed to, get a clean and wet the razor. You
get it all nice and wet.
Yeah, you get the other hairs
with hot
out.
water.
Yeah, you get the other hairs out. You go, it sprinkles a bit. It gets all moist, and then you repass the razor over your skin.
Repass for like the dirty girl that she is. Yeah,
exactly. And it cuts some more hairs. That's so. And then you pass it under the water again. And it gets all moist and squirty.
You know what I'm talking about? Get that squirt moist?
Shake it and then it squirts all over the place.
You know how many pots
shut the fuck up. And then you get some splashes on the mirror. Mm-hmm. And now you're looking at your reflection in the mirror with some of those splashes and you think to yourself,
and you're like, who splooshed?
Who splooshed? Oh, I'm sorry, did I make you sploosh?
And then you're like, wow.
200 podcasts never talked about razors. That's
I'm
all I
gonna
have to say.
I'm gonna have to wipe all of that sploosh and shaving cream off the mirror because it's looking right back at me.
I do it with my tongue, but you know that would be
disgusting,
unsanitary,
and unethical. Those are my kids.
What? So basically, yeah. And then you repass the same razor over the same spot
over
to
on
make
the same
sure.
spot. Oh, wow, I'm silky smooth.
Yeah.
A woman could slap my face easily now. This is great.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at my lips.
Yeah.
Luscious.
With all that white shaving cream all around your
Oh.
lips.
Hey, what's up, baby? It would be a shame if these lips were to find themselves between your thighs.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that these were your thighs. I thought they were another guy's. Yeah. Shh. Let me go down on you.
If you can allow me to make a very serious commentary, it's funny and it's serious at the same time.
I currently have an erection.
One thing that I've noticed about this show, okay,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
you guys do a very good job. I don't want to criticize, but it's just an observation I've made.
Yeah.
You guys really stretch the boundaries between what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. If you don't stretch the boundaries, it's appropriate what you're saying. But when you stretch them,
Adam, I'm gonna stretch something else out. You don't watch it right now. You stop trying to get me harder, right?
oh man.
Yes.
You stop talking like a slut.
I thought you were a
Speaking
married
of-
man, by the way, so I don't know.
Speaking of stretching.
Oh, I'm not married when it comes to a whore like you.
Yeah. Speaking of stretching, I'm gonna stretch out those nostrils of you and shove my tongue right up there. And get rid of every single nose hair until you come.
Adam, you ever had your asshole licked by a fat man with rings?
No, and it's not gonna happen.
I don't know, because he's looking at you like you're a delicious meal. Adam,
Yeah.
shh, just take it.
Adam.
Suck on this finger.
What's it called, that thing in the man's asshole? The
Prostate.
What if my tongue tickled prostate, Adam?
Adam, treat me like one of your Pakistani boys.
Yes.
Have your way with me.
Give me gift cards. I want you to swipe those gift cards
Oh, let me swipe that Google Play card.
right in between my ass cheek.
Oh my God, it's an Apple card.
I wanna stretch out my foreskin
Is
so
the Google
far.
card gonna
Shut
make
up!
you come?
Shut up! I wanna stretch out my foreskin so far that you could swipe those gift cards.
Adam, I'm gonna come over.
Oh yeah, PS5 on gift cards. Oh yeah. Oh, brand new 4K TV, Samsung Smart TV. Oh,
Please give me Amazon gift card.
hello, hello, Adam. Hello. Do you have Bob's and Vagine?
Adam, do you want to play with my Google Play?
Adam, my name is Carl. My name is Carl.
Carl, I
If that's
fuck
your
you?
name, you're not from India.
Oh, you are right, Adam. I'm not from India.
I'm not in India. I'm in the retard.
Adam.
So Adam, all this to say, you need to learn how to shave. I hope these tips.
I forgot about
I hope these tips. I hope all those tips helped you.
completely forgot about that. That's what the subject was.
I mean, if ever you're at a loss, we gave you all the tips on how to shave. You just got to get them. You just got to shave hard and fast.
You know what? Hold on. What if I shaved you
Oh.
and we made it a video?
But we do a dick first.
No.
Cock and balls.
I mean, my hair. Remember? That was
No.
my
I
hair.
actually grab a razor blade and you put shaving cream all over you
And hot water.
and hot water, and I shave you.
We'll make a video, but it's going to last a minute.
No,
I think we've made enough videos.
I think it would be
I
entertaining.
think we've made enough videos.
I think it would be very entertaining.
Have a lot of people admired the video we made, you, myself, and the three people in the room and Guido?
It's getting good stuff on YouPorn. People are a little confused by it, to be honest. They're like, I mean, everyone's just putting it in this dude. It's a little inappropriate,
Yeah.
mostly.
And they didn't appreciate what they thought the room smelled like based off of the visuals.
What makes absolutely zero sense? What does Pantelis comedy have to do with YouPorn?
Exactly. That's why people were shocked.
Oh, so you know what YouPorn is. Also, you know. We've caught
I've heard of it. I've heard of me
I
porn.
haven't heard of
porn.
Me porn? Me porn is Adam shaving in a mirror.
No, me porn is that's what the Indian says. Don't make me put video to me porn. Adam, you fall for any scammers recently?
Nope.
You nice.
Adam walking through Brampton is like
My friend, look at this money walking.
is like a high-end prostitute walking through Hollywood.
Guys, I thought that I would actually I understand that this is a comedy show.
What?
But I want to know if you can try to treat the following subject seriously. We were talking about this Indian guy in Park X whose jewelry store got robbed, right?
Yes.
And the guy says, shame on Trudeau, shame on Trudeau. It should be shame on Valerie Plante. Trudeau doesn't control the MUC cops, right?
The MUC cops did not rob him, my friend. It was new immigrants that robbed him.
What the fuck is a MUC cop?
And Valerie Plante does not have any say in immigration.
Hold on,
Montreal Urban Community. You never heard of MUC?
No.
What they call the city of Montreal.
You mean the SPVM, you dumb fucking motherfucker?
In England. Okay, fine, SPVM.
No, but why would it be Valerie Plante does not control immigration? Trudeau's the one who let them all in.
Dude, when it gets to the point...
I thought the problem was he didn't have enough police protection.
When it gets to the point...
So the problem was that new immigrants keep robbing him.
Yeah.
And the cops should be acting on that.
When it gets to the point that...
Yeah, but the cops can't live somewhere. They can't be everywhere at once. The cops show up after the fact. What do you want the cops to do? They're going to live in every single establishment.
Listen, Adam, listen.
Like the mafia?
When it gets to the point when it's first and second generation Indians and Pakistanis that are starting to yell, why the fuck did you let these people in here? There's a serious problem.
Yep.
When they themselves are immigrants, right? Okay, wait, I don't quite understand that.
Of course you don't.
Oh my fucking God. Let's say
Yes.
you escaped the Czech Republic because you didn't like the Czech Republic because they're a bunch of
Communists.
dirty
Whatever.
commie
Dictator
thieves.
like. Yeah.
They steal, they kill, they do all this crazy shit. And you left that country because you're like, fuck these people. I can't do anything here, right? And fuck my people.
Okay, fine, go
And you
on.
move to Canada.
Right.
And you're like, I'm going to live a nice life here. And you've lived here 20 years and you've been good and you have kids now and your kids are first generation and they're,
Go on.
you're making a nice life for yourself. You have some investments and you've assimilated into Canadian culture because you're like, this country saved me. And you're grateful.
And gay.
But then your prime minister opens the floodgates to the same people you were avoiding and escaping. Wouldn't you be
Say
upset?
no more. I get it.
Yes, say no more. Gay on gay violence.
I was not aware of the fact that it was immigrants that robbed the place. I did not know that. I thought he was making reference to the fact that the police never protected him as they're supposed to because he's a citizen.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
Then he would have said that. Instead, he said, I blame Trudeau for letting them all in here.
Oh, I guess I wasn't paying close attention.
Seems to be a general consensus.
You do realize that also there's a certain limit to what the police can do, right? You do realize that. You do realize
he doesn't want to realize it.
You do realize that the police isn't on every corner of the street at all times.
They're not ghosts.
All right. I'm not a police officer, but let me please say this.
Oh, God.
Don't you think that in all of Park X, we got 5 reports on Jean Talon and curbs, let's say, so we're going to be spending a lot more time there. Increase the patrol in a certain area. That they can do.
Yeah, but no, they're not enough.
They're not enough because that happened. It's funny that you mentioned JT because that happened on the complete other side of where you talked about. This happened at the north. So even if they were on JT and curbs, the 7 minutes it's going to take for them to get there. That's all it takes. You come in, you rob, and you leave. They can't be everywhere at once. Why are you such a dickhead? How can they be everywhere at once? For real though, just think about what you're saying. How can they be everywhere? Are the cops up here right now? What if a crime is committed upstairs over here? You think the cops are going to magically teleport? Why are you laughing?
Okay, all right, fine.
There's no
the
fine.
The more I argue, the more stupid I look. So I get your point.
But it's not about looking stupid. It's about thinking just a little bit. Dude, right now, there's no cops on this floor. There's no cops in this building. Hold on. If a crime happens, do you think they're going to be able to teleport here instantly? Or they're going to have to actually make their way here.
I saw on
Let me
the
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
There was a guy filming, and he saw, hey, it got reported to the police. There's a guy filming. Something is up. It got reported to the police.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I've for the fun of it, I was never serious. I've threatened you. I've said I'm going to kill you numerous times. It's not true. All right, but let's say one day it becomes true, right? And I'm about to start strangling you. But in that moment, you call the police, and you're telling them that help, a man is strangling me to death.
By the time they get there, he would have already fucked your corpse.
Exactly.
I was 10 times over.
Oh, he'd like it too. He'd like it too, the bastard.
Oh, he's happy.
So by the time, dude, by the time the cops, by the time the cops get here, I have time to strangle you 3 times and resuscitate you,
and then strangle you again.
Decorate my body with whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Fine,
what else is he gonna do to your body?
Fine. Ha ha ha.
What do you mean fine? Ha ha ha. Like he's right and we're wrong.
Okay.
You guys are acting like the cops can't teleport. Okay.
Fine.
We're gonna play that game.
This question. This is not something I imagined. Somebody I know actually told me this.
Awesome.
You can pay the police to serve as your private protection.
First of all,
They send you a bill for X. You know what I mean? It's not a joke.
so what? Every citizen's gonna pay the police for? What are you talking
the
about?
ones that feel threatened. Not every citizen. The ones that feel threatened.
Then why do I pay taxes?
Then you're going to get your minimal protection via paying taxes. You'll get an advanced one by
What are you trying to say? Why would I want an advance?
What minimal protection? There's no protection. I just said I could
There's
strangle
zero
you to
protection,
death.
yeah. They
And
come
even when
after
they
the
get
fact.
here, and they've seen I've strangled you to death, they might be like, "Oh, I have to do paperwork."
They're gonna be like, "Thank God it was Adam."
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
what protection are you
You
talking
ever heard of
about?
this thing called apples and oranges? A jewelry store that's susceptible to get robbed, not a private person.
How many
to get
jewelry stores
strangled.
do you think there are in Montreal?
I don't know.
A lot. You think they're gonna just dedicate 3 cops to each jewelry store?
All right. How about I give you a more decent answer? Okay.
So far, you haven't even given us a remotely
Have you ever
decent
heard
answer.
of a security?
Yeah.
You know.
But what again? What does that have to do with what you said in the beginning?
Which is, well, I said many things.
No. What's your point with all of this? Your first.
Okay, fine. Listen carefully. It seems to me that despite however many police forces we have or don't have, we're sitting ducks. Oh, I can get robbed and the cops will come later and I'm fucked. I'm talking about means of thwarting the thieves, like security.
Castle
or
law.
paying
How are
the-
you gonna thwart
Castle
the thieves?
law.
If you know that they're coming, they won't come. They're obviously going to go do it in a time when there's no cops around. If there's cops outside, they're not going to try to break in then.
The best way to protect against shit like this is to be prepared and to be able to protect yourself. That's why people online are advocating for castle law in Canada.
I know. But I still say that's what
I know.
That's what security guards are for. They don't work for the government. They work for the place they're protecting. And
Do you have money to hire security guards?
If I own a business that has $300,000 in merchandise, I probably do.
I think they had security. It's just this one guy and then a car ran into the place. Dude.
But what do you want security without guns to do? Someone, bro, if I'm working...
Nightsticks? Come on.
Yeah. You're going to just fight off the shotguns with the nightstick. Stop, Adam. You can't be this stupid.
okay,
You're an
fine,
adult man. Adam, can you stop a gunshot with a fucking nightstick? What do you think is a cartoon?
So now you're thinking all thugs have guns. Some do, some don't.
The ones that broke into the jewelry store did, and the ones that break in, the ones that are willing to drive a car through a building are normally willing to take some drastic measures.
All right, fine. I'm glad I'm not a city councilor, eh?
it's not just you that's glad.
Yeah.
Although considering what we've seen in politics the past couple of years,
You'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be a hit.
Yeah.
Adam, you'd be a hit with
you
the
know what?
latest.
I was gonna make a joke. I'll leave it up
Okay,
to you
for
guys
real,
if it's funny.
Let's say you have $1,000 in your apartment, right? You saved up $1,000, and somebody knows you have $1,000, or they think you do, and they break into your apartment, threaten you, they try to beat you up. What do you do? What would you do in this scenario?
Listen to my answer. Have you heard the word technology? I could have a silent alarm system that sees that something's not right, and the cops are coming on their own. Call an alarm.
And how long do you think they need to rob you of $1,000 before the police come?
That's a great question, actually.
Well, it is true that I like debates.
You
I never give
you don't
it
like
any
to debate
thought.
enough.
Yeah, if only you did.
Okay, guys, let me. How about this? If I were to, I know I have this tendency to talk stupid, so let me talk in an intelligent manner. If you had the choice to choose between option A and option B, let me please tell you what they are, and then you tell me what's more appropriate, option A or option B. We have the U.S. model whereby people carry guns and they defend themselves, like Castle, like you said. And we have option A, which kind of exists in our country. Which do you prefer?
You said 2 times option A.
You have option A, which is most people in Canada don't carry guns, and option B, which is people do carry guns to avoid shit like this.
I prefer option B.
Okay.
I prefer to be able to defend myself.
Yeah.
Because clearly, every example you gave is that if you wait for the cops, you're going to end up getting raped.
I would rather live in a civilized society where everyone is carrying guns and the peace is maintained than a uncivilized society with no guns.
I agree.
Look at the UK. Look, you see what's happening, bro. This one time, this one guy pulled Excalibur out of his fucking pants. And I don't mean that in a sexual way. Pulled out a sword, bro. From a museum.
What did he do with it?
He threatened people with it.
Actually, I think you told me that story.
Speaking of swords, there was a man because you know down in the southern United States, there's a lot of these coffee places, iced coffee places where it's like sexy baristas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, P?
Yeah, I do.
And oh, you do, eh? Fucking motherfucker, eh?
He knows it all.
And basically, you know, they dress like strippers, but they just serve coffee.
Yep.
And there was a man apparently circling around this coffee spot, and he was in his Dodge Challenger, and he was masturbating, driving around, looking at them.
Very impressive because he was driving at the same time.
Yeah, and he pulled up to well, you don't need only one hand to drive.
He needed 2 hands to jerk off, which is why it's wild.
And he pulls up next to the drive-thru, and then the woman is taking a video, and he hadn't noticed she was taking a video. And then,
that's the black guy that killed himself?
Yeah, and then she leans over, and you can see in his car that he's butt naked from the waist down. And she caught him, and then he realizes, panics, drives off, goes home, kills himself. What do you think about this?
I think there's a word called pervert.
She was a little perverted to videotape him. I agree with you.
But do you think he deserved it? Do you think he had it coming to him? Are you glad he killed himself? Do you feel sorry for him? Do you feel bad?
Okay, let me tell you what thoughts come to mind. I would probably see a sex counselor and say, you know, you're a nutcase. Control your sexual urges. I don't know what to say.
That's not what I asked you.
You asked me what I thought.
Yeah. Do you think?
Well, you asked me about a counselor.
No.
Did you not?
Oh, fuck me, bro. I asked you, what do you think? Do you think he deserved it, killing himself? Or do you think he deserved a second chance? Or do you think, like, the women went overboard by recording? Or do you think that...
Were the cops called? Or was there any affirmative action taken with the recordings?
No.
Affirmative action got us into this mess.
Fuck, it's not that I don't want to listen, but I have trouble. What are my thoughts about his... Okay, wait.
What do you think?
In terms of his fate, do I agree with his fate? No. Go and see a fucking counselor.
Okay.
Go and see a sex counselor. Have someone tell you you're nuts. No. I can understand if he was facing charges, you know, but...
You think he acted too drastically? He should have held out.
Yes.
Okay. Like he shouldn't have killed himself.
Yes.
Look, why are you laughing?
Wow.
Why?
Because there's a counselor who could have probably helped him with that.
Like, give him a hand?
Yo, the answers
Well, okay, let me interject by asking another question. Was this guy on the, what do they call, on the sexual offenders list?
No.
Should have seen a counselor that would have told him, you're a nutcase, and, you know, you
I don't think
can't
that's
do
what
that.
they say.
Do we know where this happened?
Yeah, in his car and then in his house.
What state or where?
Somewhere
He
down
was in a
south.
bad mental state.
Probably Arizona.
Well,
You ever heard of Arizona?
Arizona iced tea. Have you heard about it?
I have.
Yeah.
Do you like iced tea, Adam?
I do actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon flavored too is my favorite. One of my
Yeah.
favorites.
How much
what's
do you
the
like
flavor?
it?
How much?
Like, is there a chance we'd ever catch you in your car jacking it to the iced tea?
No.
Okay, that's what we're asking.
Guys, let me use a very interesting word in the English language. I sometimes feel like I'm being tricked. Okay.
What?
Is there a standard answer when you ask 10 people, well, this guy was filming, he was being filmed. He was jacking off in his car on these baristas.
No, there's no standard answer. No,
it depends who you ask.
Exactly.
Well,
We're not mad at you.
what's
We
your
never said
answer?
there should be a standard.
What's your answer if that's the first time you ever heard that story? What would you say? Of
Well, what's
course
the
guy
question?
didn't deserve to die. Was he an,
No, he deserved to come.
Okay, here, let me answer.
I mean, he worked hard. He was driving around. He worked hard for that come.
Look, let me answer how someone would expect someone to answer. Okay,
go right ahead.
I think he deserves punishment and consequences, but not death. So I don't think he deserves to die, whether it be him doing this to himself or somebody killing him. I think he needs to be sat down and be like, "Hey, what's going on here, man?" By a professional. And by force, not him going. He should seek a counselor. That's not how this works. Make
sense to me.
I think he should be apprehended, and then I think that's what he deserves. I think. Do I think that the woman went a little too far by posting it on social media?
Oh, that's how he found out. Okay.
I think because it's a little fucked up. Because if you're that woman in that position and you see this man driving around, I understand where she's coming from of posting it on social media, especially outing this creep. You have to do it, you know? Did she expect that he was going to kill himself?
I would have made a confidential report to the cops.
But,
that's it.
Huh?
I would have made a confidential report to the police.
But most of the time...
Hey, hello, police. I'd like to report a crime. Yeah. I'm currently watching a man masturbate.
Yeah, and then
yes, it is a crime for me to watch a man masturbating. I understand, but he's also committing a crime.
You know what I mean? It all becomes kind of like a gray area. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is what people.
How long was he doing this for? Like, was he? You know what I mean? How long was the video? Does anybody know?
How long? 6 inches, maybe.
No. Was he doing it for an hour? Or was he only doing it for like 2 minutes?
What does that fucking change?
It tells you how creepy he is.
I want to know if I should be impressed or not. Can he hold it? Did it go? Wow, that's impressive. It comes right away. He's like me.
He's spending all afternoon doing it. That's creepy. It's creepy no matter what. But I'm trying to defend the guy by saying.
So if he does it just for 30 seconds, it's not creepy.
That's just normal. It's just a dude getting off.
Lesser degree of creepiness. Okay.
I think it's creepy nonetheless.
I'm not disputing
I think not even doing it, getting the thought of doing that is creepy. Just as creepy as doing it for 2 hours.
Okay, here's a crazy thought. Back to the woman who filmed it. Why didn't she call the cops and tell them? Do you think social media is going to...
Okay, you're the cop. You're the cop. I'm the guy jerking off in the car, okay?
You're under arrest.
For?
What it's called? Lewd and inappropriate behavior.
Prove it.
Prove it.
We have a video.
You just said you don't have a video.
No. Okay, sorry.
No, let's say you have
on top of the what did that film do? Not unless you want to go to the cops, don't bother filming.
But that's why she filmed it.
He wasn't you can't see him jerking off in the car. He was just butt naked in the car. You could see his legs. You didn't actually see him jerking off. And, okay, you show me the video. Show me the video.
I don't know if it's
no. We're having this conversation.
Fine.
No, you pull me over.
Yeah. Are you naked in the car? I think that's against the law.
Why? It's private property.
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
You're a terrible police officer.
I'm not
I'll
in
call
public.
my police chief.
I even have tinted windows so nobody can see. This is private property. I could do whatever I want in private property.
You know what? I'd have to see some case files. I don't know.
Have I exposed myself? Even the woman taking the video, if you pull me over and ask me, even her, she invaded my privacy.
Okay.
I never showed my dick to her.
This is the equivalent of me filming.
I was masturbating.
Hold on.
I was masturbating in my own privacy.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a different level of crime. I see two guys get into a fight, and I see the guy punch the guy, and he's on the ground. That's my evidence, and I'm filming it.
That's different.
I'm a good Samaritan seeing a crime being committed.
That's different.
You're not a good Samaritan by watching dudes jerk off. It's just gay.
It's in the same category.
Okay, but let's say you pull me over. Let's say you pull me over, a black Dodge Challenger, and you're like, sir,
then we're transforming this from what to do to a legal debate.
Listen. No. Listen. Just play along. Play the fuck along, bro.
Well, it depends to what extent he's willing to challenge the cop.
You tell me, sir, we've been told that you were masturbating in a drive-thru. No, I wasn't. And then you show me the video.
Then the cop will say, I have some evidence, sir.
Okay.
Your car, your license plate, your face. Then what are you going to say?
Okay,
private property?
I'm in my car, but I'm in the video. You clearly see that I'm not masturbating. Yeah, but why are you naked? I don't know. I get really hot in the summer in my car, and I have ventilated seats. I like it when the ventilated seats hit my butt cheeks directly, and
loud,
and they kind of hit the opening of my ass crack.
You're being filmed circling around 10 times. I don't know
Actually,
if that's illegal
in that
or not.
video, I was not filmed being circling around 10 times. That's a hypothetical that people have come up with.
Yeah.
You just see me pull up at the drive-thru. And
With no pants.
frankly, I was going to go kill myself because I felt embarrassed that, you know, I thought I was just going to get a coffee from the drive-thru. But then this creepy woman leaned over and looked at my penis in the car. And I frankly, officer, I feel completely violated because I am in my car enjoying my ventilated seats like a normal human being. Well, I wouldn't say normal human being, but I do enjoy my ventilated seats to the degree that is a bit further than most people.
I've got a crazy notion.
Stop. Before you talk about your crazy notion.
Who filmed.
Yeah. Let me show you how a cop does his job, all right?
Go ahead.
I'm the cop now. Pull up.
Okay.
Lower the window. Lower the tinted window, sir.
How may I help you?
How may I help you, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a black man. Carry on masturbating, Whitey.
Shit. So
That's how a cop does his job, Adam.
So you see where it gets. So yeah, you can call the. You keep saying, why didn't you call the police? Yeah, you can call the police, but I literally got hit on the highway by a woman that was probably a high or drunk or whatever the fuck.
Well, you did get hit.
I had her license plate and everything. Called the cops and they're like, hey, "Yeah, we're too busy."
Yeah, like was she jerking off?
You're not serious.
No, I'm serious.
Then come when you have time. Wait, what? Oh my God! Wow. Okay. Well, it's wrong. I don't agree with that.
So what do you do?
You get her phone number. You said, "I'm going to meet you." Whatever.
No, she didn't give me her phone number. She ran off.
She ran off.
You got her license plate. That's a
I
hit
did.
and run.
I did.
Okay. She's going to find herself arrested because the
No,
cops
she's
don't
not.
arrest
He
from
gave
license.
the cops.
You know
the cops
what?
didn't
They
care.
showed up to her place. You know what she said? That was never me. I was never there. They're like, okay. They left.
Well, we live in a very poor. Then the system that we have in place is pretty poor. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. Well, that's why we're telling you. You wasted an hour and a half of our time today trying to argue for a system that you don't even believe in.
Yeah. Now,
You know what you're a dirty communist that wants to be entitled to everyone else's hard work, and you don't realize how the system that you've created because you're lazy is disgusting and broken.
Now I have a question for you. If I took justice into my own hands, does that make me a bad person?
Now, mind you, Justice is a 14-year-old
You guys
stripper.
are gonna love my answer. I was watching a movie called A Concerned Citizen. Does anybody know it?
No.
Okay.
That's
Sounds like
what
a-
we are with you.
Sounds like a
At the
ripoff.
beginning of the movie, two people break.
does, actually.
I don't know if it's a guy or many. Make it simple. A guy breaks into his home,
His own home?
kills his wife, and
Didn't he have the key to walk
finds
into his
the-
home?
Hold on. Why did he have? Why did
I
he?
think they were being robbed. No, he was being robbed.
Okay.
This guy was robbed.
Different scenario.
Instead of going to the police, he basically found the guy, tortured him, and killed him. And now the police are after him. And now he's making the whole show is the whole movie is about what I did wrong is what I did right. In my humble opinion, the guy who killed your wife should be going to jail.
Pantelis was right. This sounds like a knockoff of a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah.
This sounds like.
So-
okay, so whose side are you on in this situation? The police pursuing this man, or the man that tortured and killed the other man?
Well, again,
That
we
robbed
live
him.
in a civilized society where there are these things called laws. In the eyes of the law, you will find that guy who broke into your home and killed your wife will go to jail.
But what if that law does nothing? What if there's no justice?
Okay, guys.
What if the
I
law
understand
fails to
people
deliver?
who are
No
inclined
justice,
to think that they'll
no
take
peace.
the law into their
Why are
own
you
hands.
fucking geese?
You do
No
realize?
justice.
You do realize that I think 90% of the murders go unsolved. Did you know this?
Did you know that, Adam?
There's another movie that I saw based on. No, I didn't. There's
Adam,
another movie that I saw called
don't
Peppermint.
look at me.
Same thing.
That's a pornographic snuff film about children. Don't ever
Sounds
mention
like
that here
a
again.
Charlie's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, let me tell you something right now, Peppermint. That's what I'm going to call you from now on.
Mr. Peppermint.
Mr. Peppermint, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said? The majority of murders go
get
unsolved.
solved.
Yeah.
You want to keep yapping your fucking gums? They're never going to find you.
Well, guys, this show should be renamed from the Intellectuals to the Philosophers Club. Okay.
It
What do you
should
want me
not.
to say?
It should not. The intellectual is already a stretch above.
Okay. So, well, hold on. I gave you my answer, but it's like, well, maybe change your answer because of the fact that I just told you about. I don't know. I gave you my answer.
What answer to what? I forgot. We're
I
talking about a
said
dude jerking
that
off.
person, is, including in the movie, that person who broke into his home, robbed him, and killed his wife should go to jail.
You know, I'd be such a terrible cop because, like, let's say somebody.
I would beat you with a nightstick for no
No,
reason.
but let's say a superior came to me with, all right, so we have this man. He murdered this other and tortured this other man. Why? Oh, because that other man broke into his home and robbed him and killed his wife. Oh, so he's a good person.
Oh, so you're saying he's self-defensed? He's self-defense.
He
was getting
avenged-
punched in the face.
Are you telling me he avenged his wife? Wow. Okay. Case closed.
I was
Yeah.
watching a movie called I Am Wrath.
I would be the worst cop.
Have you guys ever heard of that movie, I Am Wrath, with John Travolta?
No.
I Am
Same
Wrath?
situation. The guy used to be in some private, like some special ops, CIA, whatever, and his wife is killed as part of. I don't remember how. I didn't see the beginning. And the same situation. He's like, let's go back to that whole crew and hunt down all the people who did it. So that's already 3 scenarios I thought of.
Yeah, but they're not. You didn't think about them. You just said 3 scenarios that were made up in a
Whereby the guy does not want to take does want to take the law into his own hands.
Adam, you make me think of you in a zombie apocalyptic scenario, and I always think, wow, you'd be dead in the first 15 seconds.
He'd offer his ass to the zombies.
But with your lack of awareness and understanding and what's another word I'm looking for? Like
self-preservation.
Yeah, I think they'd walk right by you.
Yeah. They'd think you're dead. They'd be like, this guy is a zombie.
Yeah.
He reeks of cum.
Smells like shit.
Yeah.
Keeps farting.
He's jerking off in his car. Intellectuals out.